Yay. Technical difficulties. Whee!
Oh, something fell anyway. Alright, Cat, what are you doing? Cat!
Cat shenanigans. Whee!
Thought he was hunting something.
Hmm.
It was the empty cream container. Yeah. I've pulled on this cable enough times that it has started just straight up falling apart now.
Mm.
Whenever I try to stand up, and like I always do this clumsily. But yeah, I stand up with my headset on. The headset pulls on its cable, and the cable pulls on the little. Oh well, it's about time I got myself a new headset anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, it's about time I got myself a new headset. Although this one was pretty good, I might try getting a second one of it if I can find them.
Okay. The all important step here. Deleting the cube. Okay, so how do I even begin to start with grease pencil? Blech. Grease pencil.
Grease pencil, yes. Well, you could press space and type grease pencil. I guess that might get you started. Or does this let you just... Oh, okay. So you can convert meshes to grease pencil as SVG. Ooh, that might be interesting. SVG are scalable vector graphics, so they use vectors instead of pixels.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm guessing if you... I've never actually used grease pencil myself.
Well,
I'll have to play around with it a bit while you are. Okay, so it treats the 3D cursor, I guess, as the middle of a
oh
canvas that your
my.
camera or that your view is pointing at.
This is interesting.
It's like light painting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Squeaky cat. There's no empty cream carton for you now. Nope, nope.
Testing here. Why
One of the
not?
slimes.
Yeah. It's a simple image, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, this is interesting. Yeah, this is a mess, but you know.
Whoa. Wow, you're flying around it.
Yeah. I wonder if I could convert it into a mesh image, though.
A mesh, yeah, I think you can convert it into a couple of different things. I don't know if you can convert it into like a solid shape, but uh, there were some options in the menu there. So yeah, converting stuff. And it looks like you can convert other things, convert other objects to grease pencils, or to grease pencil somehow. I guess it would convert the edges.
Hmm. Probably doesn't help that, like, my first few lines are sketchy like this, though.
Hmm. That could be like a very fuzzy leg, or hoof, or talons. I know that on YouTube there's a couple of animations done using grease pencil.
Hmm. I have no clue what I'm doing right now. And I'm out of moves. So, what I'm going to do. You know, let me see what. Don't save.
Out
And
of
it's.
moves?
Huh?
Did you
Just.
say you were out of moves?
Uh, the return and all that.
Hmm. Yeah, I'll probably have to look up the documentation on grease pencil and see how it works
Right?
a little better.
I have no clue what I'm doing.
Yeah, let's
And.
sketch out that night trainer.
Hmm? I don't know why I'm just arbitrarily drawing at this point, just testing this out. And messing up at angles. Wee! Perspectives. It's alright though. No one's asking for perfection. At least not here. On this. Alright.
Just getting a feel for your stuff.
Yep. Alright. Maybe I should work. Because this is. I need to practice more on that. Maybe I should work more on the Princess Pally mesh.
Sure, if you like. Yeah.
Because that for sure has some. At least. Could work on the clothing. One neat thing when I updated the picture, it already updated to the most recent version.
Oh yeah, because it actually draws from the picture file. It
Yep,
doesn't import it in.
which
It
is
it
nice.
physically opens the or it looks for the actual file itself and draws from it. So that means that if you delete that file, then it's going to be deleted in Blender as well.
Wait, why is this circle? Hold up. Something's wrong. The
So
circle
is this going to
is.
be the crown?
No, more like the skirt. But
Ah, okay.
there's one major problem here. Just,
The
just a
skirt
ring.
isn't going around the eyes.
Huh?
There's one major problem here. The skirt isn't worn around the eyes. Unless it's a wedding veil, I guess.
I mean, that is a very weird skirt, but you know, I'm not judging. Okay.
A dress that like starts way up at the forehead
Yeah,
and then goes way all the way down to the ankles.
but
It's just a walking
it's
skirt.
not really a mesh, it's just a line.
Mm-hmm. So let's see what we want actually.
Maybe a circle.
Actually, yeah, is we want a circle with an inset circle, a circle filled, uh, and then inset,
Oh,
and then the inside circle taken away. So
oh,
you do want a mesh circle, but you want to go into edit mode and press F to fill the circle with an Ngon.
okay. So add circle. Oh,
I would just type space circle.
edit mode.
Oh, I wouldn't have moved it, because then it would be off center.
It hadn't been moved.
Okay.
Space fill.
Mm-hmm. F would fill it as well, I think. Basically, any mesh where all the
There we go.
vertices are selected. Yeah, that would fill with an Ngon. Check the map when you or check the menu when you fill the thing, and you should get an option for something like a triangle mesh, or with a grid, or with a single Ngon. And I'm not sure which would be best. Like, if it's an Ngon is great if you're making something sturdy like a table. But if you want a cloth, then you're going to need lots of subdivisions for the circle to behave like a cloth.
So which menu?
Um, let's see. With the circle selected, I would say put the mouse near the edge of the circle and hit the I key, and then drag inwards. I for inset faces, and then drag inwards to shrink the inset face.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, no, only one edge is selected. You want the whole thing selected. Press A to select all,
A. Okay.
and then with the mouse near the edge of the circle, press I.
I. Okay.
And then move the mouse inwards to shrink the inset face.
So like that.
And then that'll be and you're basically defining the inside of the skirt, or
Oh.
where the hips are on the skirt.
Okay. Maybe a little bit Oops. Seem to have come across a little bit of a problem here. There we go.
And then, with that inside face selected, hit X, and then delete faces.
Delete faces. Oh. There we go. Okay, and might be best in object mode to subdivide a little.
You can subdivide in edit mode. You just have to edit. You just have to select what you want to subdivide.
But in it, just better practice to do it in object. Or
It's
no.
I'm not sure. It depends on how much, like, if you want to deform an object, but keep its starting information non-destructively, then yeah, you want to do it in object mode with modifiers. But if you actually want to define the starting object, what the starting parameters of the object are, then you want to do it in edit mode. So if you want, like a glass of water, for instance, a glass of water will typically settle into just kind of a flat surface, but you can use modifiers to have it wave around without ruining that flat surface. So here, like, we have a circle with, I don't know, let's say 32 divisions on it. So a skirt, like, we don't really have a number of divisions for how many, like, regarding how many times a skirt can fold or curve over itself. So I would think that, like, we would probably have, I don't know, maybe 100 divisions to start. So that's what I would put in edit mode. And then in the modifier, like, whatever we put in modifiers gets finalized when we export this to the game engine. So I guess it really doesn't matter what we set as the set in edit mode and with a modifier. But like, what we have now, which is 32, is probably too little either way. Too few divisions. But at the same time, if we put more divisions, if we put too many divisions in the skirt, there'll be more triangles in the skirt than there are in the whole body.
It won't even let me apply it for some reason. Maybe.
If you're going to apply, well, I would say remove the modifier, go into edit mode, and subdivide there.
Okay. Well, I am in edit mode.
Because if you're going to apply it, you might as well just do it in edit mode to begin with and save yourself a couple of steps.
Yep. I was in edit mode though.
Oh, okay. You can't do modifiers in edit mode, or you can't. When you're editing the base object.
Oh wait.
You're not editing the modified object.
That's right.
Because editing is destructive and modifying is non-destructive.
I'm getting mixed up already. Yeah. Darn it.
All right. Let's not use modifiers. Let's forget about modifiers for now.
Oh. Let me try this because this is bothering me. 1 second. Okay, okay. You sure?
I'm not sure what you're doing. You're making the circle rounder, right?
Yep. Might come in handy for the folds.
Yeah, do it in edit mode then.
Oh.
Because applying a modifier applies the change destructively, which is what you want to do in edit mode anyway.
Okay. Got it.
You want to put in a modifier when you're not sure what you want. You're not sure whether you want to finalize the change you're looking at. And if you're putting on a modifier and immediately applying it, then that means you don't want to use a modifier.
Or first off, maybe I should make a basic skirt-like shape. What do you think?
Well, okay. Go into edit mode.
Yeah. And that would be selecting all the ends.
Yeah, it selects it's select the circle or select the whole thing, which we have. I guess it's technically a one-sided torus. That's fine. Or it might be two-sided. I think when I worked in earlier versions of Blender, I think you were working with one-sided polygons, but now they seem to render on both sides, even though they still have an outside normal and an inside normal. Anyways, okay, so we have this. Let's subdivide it here. I'd say subdivide it once just to be safe. So type space, type subdivide.
Okay. Because, yeah, this isn't... Ooh.
It's always been easier for me to just type what I wanted rather than navigate the menus. No, don't use the modifiers in edit mode.
Oh. Okay.
Modifiers don't work in edit mode.
Okay. Sorry.
So use the actual operation of subdividing, yeah, and use the menu down there. Make it as smooth as you like. And go into object mode.
Hold up.
So once you're in object mode, then add a modifier, add a cloth modifier.
Maybe we should move this a little bit closer to where it needs to be.
Alright, yeah. G, Z, move the mouse down.
Hold up.
Rather, select the object, press G to grab it, press Z to lock its movement to the Z axis, move the mouse down so that it's aligned with the hips, and then either click or press enter when it's lined up properly.
There we go. Ooh. It's a little, needs a little bit more, the gap fill.
Okay. So then, I'd say go into edit mode, select the inner circle, and press S to shrink it.
Hold up.
Or we could try, I want to say bridge edge loop.
I'm gonna create
That's
this
something
as
that we learned, but I'm not sure we
whole
have
new
it, actually.
collection. Because
There's also snap to object, which I'm still in the middle of learning.
1 second.
But
here.
you could snap the inside of the skirt to the hips where you want each vertex to be. But right now we're testing out the cloth physics on this.
Right.
So I wouldn't worry about where it is right now.
What about 1 second? Sorry, I was adding it to its whole new, like, its own collection.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see.
You are currently in edge select mode, right? I should probably see if you could share your virtual camera with me so I'm not looking at the 5 seconds behind on the
Sorry.
stream. No, it's not biggie.
Let's see. Present now. A window.
So when you add the cloth modifier to the skirt, you can pin the inside so that the outside falls normally while the inside stays still,
Okay.
like it's on the hips. So I would use the box select to select. Oh yeah, you're on edge select mode. You want vertex select mode. Hit number 1 on your number row.
Okay.
Yeah, and then hit B and draw or actually hit C and paint all the inside vertices with your circle.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, circle select.
Okay.
And right click to get rid of that to end circle select mode.
Okay.
And hit S and move. Okay, no, hit escape. That line is not going where I need it to go. Set the pivot point to individual, or the pivot point is right next to global, not the global menu. It's there. Median point.
Okay.
Yeah. Now hit S. Yeah, that's what we want. That's the line we want to see.
Probably couldn't hurt having. I mean, what's the worst that happens? No. Famous last words there.
Well, we'll fix it up later. We're just testing out the cloth physics right now.
Right. Oop.
It looks like this was inset twice. Should be fine. Oh, right. It was the subdividing. Okay. Yeah, we should still be able to work with this.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, the more subdivisions we have, the better looking a cloth it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see. If you had the body invisible, it's probably best to just keep it invisible for now. Yeah. Okay. So go into object mode.
Okay.
And then with that circle selected, add the modifier cloth. So way on the right side, physics, first item on the first item on the right. Yeah. Now, settings are inside the physics tab. So the physics tab is I believe the green. Oh no, you've got it there. Yeah.
But don't we have to anchor it to something?
Pin. Say again?
Don't we need to anchor it to something?
Yes, we pin parts of the cloth to make sure they stay still.
Mm-hmm.
So if we go into edit mode, we can assign the inside of the skirt to a vertex group.
Okay.
To say like pinned or something. Vertex groups are the right dot here. That's attached to 3 more dots. Oh, okay, yeah, there you go.
Oh wait. Whoops.
So we could just name that group
top
pinned group or something. Pinned
skirt.
Top. Oh yeah, top of skirt. Thingy.
Okay.
All right, and then assign the selected points to it. Okay, good. You got it there. Now, if we go back to the modifier tab there, or the physics tab, that is.
Mm-hmm. Where was it?
So in the physics tabs, the physics tab is the planet orbiting the other planet.
Okay, got it.
Cloth physical properties: vertex mass, air viscosity, bending, vertex group, stiffness, tension, compression. So those are all good at default for now. Internal springs, no. Pressure, tension, compression, vertex group. There was someone that actually mentioned this last time, I believe, when we were doing the cape.
Mm-hmm.
We might have to review your previous game dev stream.
Ooh, there's presets. Holy cow! This might be interesting.
Do you want to give her silk?
Yes.
Silk skirts.
Because why not? I don't know if.
So it just fills in all the fills in a bunch of the fields down there.
I'm able to add the presets.
Yeah, you selected it. It changed some of the numbers down there.
Okay, I didn't see that. Okay. But how do I make sure that it's
animate or play? Hit play on the
I haven't attached the vertex to it.
Yeah, nothing is pinned right now, but it's gonna fall like a silk parachute, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How did I add the vertex group to it though?
That's what I'm looking. I'm trying to look at the menus right now as you're scrolling through them.
Sorry.
I figured like you were scrolling quick, so I figured you knew what you were looking for.
Yes and no. I know I'm looking for vertex group, but where said? Oh, maybe this will help.
Tension compression vertex group. All right, make a change, hit play, see what changes. Nothing changes.
Not a darn thing.
Damping maybe.
Damping. Nope.
Tension, compression, shear, and bending. Okay, so no, that's just how it behaves to act like silk. Pressure, fluid density.
It's like a fancy handkerchief.
So those bottom things are what you want to press when you're done.
Yeah.
When you're done calculating everything and want to like lock stuff in, lock the physics in. Oh wait, yes, collision is something we want eventually because this is clothes that the model will wear. Okay, so let's see. In most cases, I'm looking up the manual right now.
Mm-hmm.
A piece of cloth does not hang in 3D space. It collides with other objects. Cloth object must be told to participate in collisions. Optionally, but recommended, tell the cloth to collide with itself. Other objects must be visible to the cloth object via shared layers. They are. We're only using one layer. The other objects must be mesh objects. They are. The other objects may move or be themselves deformed by other objects like an armature or shape key. Yes. The other mesh objects must be told to deflect the cloth object. Aha. And the blend file must be saved in a directory so that simulation results can be saved. You then bake the simulation, edit the simulation results, make results to the environment or deforming objects, rerun the cloth simulation from the current frame forward. So to tell the cloth object, locate the cloth collision panel. So I'm guessing the collision panel is way up at the top there.
I did something with the settings here. There it goes. Sorry, now what? Collision? Okay, up here.
Yep. So collisions do occur. Quality steps, speed multiplier. The quality, a general setting for how fine and good a simulation you wish. Higher numbers take more time, but ensure less tears and penetrations through the cloth. Object collisions, if the cloth needs to be deflected by some other object, that's not totally right now. We just fall straight down, basically to form a like a curtain shape as it falls.
Yep, like a handkerchief.
Distance, the distance. The distance another object must get to the cloth for the simulation to repel the cloth out of the way. Some smaller values might give errors, but give some speed up, while larger will give unrealistic results if too large and can be slow. Best to find a good in-between value. Okay, so the distance. I mean, a small distance is probably best for clothing.
Mm-hmm.
Impulse clamping prevents explosions in tight and complicated collision situations by restricting the amount of movement after a collision. Yeah. Vertex group, faces that have all vertices assigned to this vertex group are excluded from collision with objects. So we want to empty the vertex group there. Basically, if the cloth is supposed to go through a vertex group,
Mm-hmm.
like a self-intersecting object, then that would be the vertex group that would that would go through.
Okay, so should I take these off?
Yeah, take all vertex groups off.
There we go. Oh, hello. What's this?
Oh, you've added a bunch of stuff. Minus,
Yep, not at all. Not anymore.
minus, 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 minus.
Yep.
Oh, it won't go below 1. Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, the simulation is currently
Oh,
just what it needs to be. Shape. Pin group, that's the one we want.
oh.
Now run the simulation. There we go. That's what we want to see.
Almost. It just keeps folding.
Mm-hmm. So next we want it to... So you can see that it sort of... There's a crease in the middle. So we probably want to move that crease up to where the hips are. Or maybe subdivide further so that the skirt bends along more than just one middle point.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Sorry. Just saying. Almost,
Yeah,
but
the
not.
middle circle is way... The middle circle is way too far inside.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's nothing to apologize for.
Maybe could
But
also
we can
use
use snap to object to snap the vertices of the inside of the skirt to the hip,
Mm-hmm.
and then calculate collisions with the cloth of the skirt and the body after subdividing it a little more.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So.
I would almost want to try. I would almost want to start over and have a skirt of just like maybe 4 or 6 segments, and then just so that as I subdivide it and it becomes more and more circular, it also has more segments along the way.
Okay. So now what? I'm sorry. Start with a new circle?
Well, no, that's something I'll do off cam,
Okay.
just to experiment with the subdividing and the cloth simulation.
Mm-hmm.
But I would actually I would hide the body again, select the inner circle, and increase its size so that it's bigger than the hips again,
Okay.
so that you can snap the vertices of the inner circle to the hips when both are visible.
I wonder, could I scale it like an oval?
Scale and then Y button. Scale constrained to Y, so S then Y.
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah. Let's see how that would look. Almost, but you know, it might work.
Mm-hmm.
Baby snoring. I just all of a sudden heard her snore just really loudly. Okay.
So run the simulation, see how it falls any differently.
Bit
Okay, it's more or less falling the same way.
bit more skirt-like though.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, what does it look like with the body? Probably not right, but you know.
Yeah, it's still falling a little bit.
wonder if it needs to go a little bit further tilted this way.
Like, I want to say, if we, I want to set collisions with the body, but I'm pretty sure that first ring of segments will stay totally still since it's intersecting the body, and only the outer segments will fall down at all.
Hold up. Let me try this. I'm saving it. Tilting it a little.
All right, I'll wait for you to try what you're gonna try.
Was it?
Remember that when you change perspective like this, if it isn't orthographic top, front, or side, then you're going to be moving at an angle. Yeah, it's no longer centered.
Redo? What was it doing? Okay. So
You got to use the 7, 1, and 3 keys if you want to move something, or use the X, Y, and Z when you're moving them to make sure that they don't go into the background or into the foreground as you're trying to move them around.
what happened to the circle? It's there. Okay. It's flat. Whoops. I had a slight panic attack there. Like, where is it?
It might be good to have multiple perspectives visible.
Mm-hmm.
A split view screen.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna... Let me see. One thing.
Remember to press X or Y if you're going to move it, if you're going to move the object and look at it at an angle. X or Y or Z.
Wrong way. Oh, wait. I'm messing this up, sorry.
I'm not sure what you're trying to do. Do you want to move it up a little?
Yeah,
Okay,
this is my
then
fault.
press G,
G.
and press Z.
Sorry.
Like, it looks like you want to look at it at an angle so it's not flat.
Right.
So do that, but press G and then press Z to make sure you're not moving it into or out of the camera as you're moving it.
Sorry about that. Anyway.
Mm.
G and is it Y?
Like
yes.
Z to move it up and down, Y to move it forward and back, X to move it left or right. But I'm thinking if it's centered...
Let's see. Almost.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's actually looking pretty good. It just needs to collide actually with the body rather than fall through and then poor Princess's model is just
so
like
now,
peeking through.
Yeah. So now we can give it some more subdivisions.
Okay.
I would say subdivide it until it has maybe 500 triangles. If we're going for 10,000 on the body, then we probably want 5,000 for each bit of cloth, or 500 for each bit of cloth.
It's got 256 subdivide. Holy. That's 1,000.
What are we at here? 1,000?
Yep.
All right, let's see what the simulation says about that.
Let me go to object mode so it looks... She has a tail skirt.
Yeah. Is that a real thing?
I don't think so, but It looks goofy, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
She just
everything...
stuck herself through a dining table.
Everything up to here is fine, but then you look right here.
Okay, yeah, that middle part is part of the pinned group now, so we need to go to the pinned group and remove those vertices.
Okay. Oh, come on, you don't want this. Okay.
So go to the edit mode. We use the circle select to just paint around that circle.
What was circle select again?
C.
C. Okay. C, and then...
Mm-hmm. So just paint the ones that you don't want to be in the group.
Oh. So that would be these.
Press A twice to select none. A once selects all. A twice selects none.
I am pressing...
Oh, yeah, right-click to get out of circle select mode. So right-click to get out of circle select mode. Press A to select all, select none. Zoom out a little bit so that you can select that second circle there.
Mm-hmm.
C for circle select, and yet paint that circle.
Table skirt be gone. Okay.
Go to the green vertex group tab and select that group and hit remove.
Hold on. Oh. Right click.
The green vertex group tab. Yeah. Top skirt thingy, remove. All right. And hit select and deselect to make sure only the inner circle flashes. Yeah, good.
Okay.
So then, run the simulation again. See if it falls any better.
Oh. Of course. Oh! That looks a little bit better.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I want to see if we can...
It looks more like
if we can take away a few of the... If we could take a few of the radial creases and add more of the layered creases.
Mm-hmm. So how do we do this?
I am racking my brain for that answer. But I mean, it mostly looks pretty good the way it is now.
Mm-hmm. Minus the collision.
All we need is a little refinement.
And more
yeah.
poofiness.
Oh, yeah, we got to do the collisions too, the body collisions.
Also needs poofy. Because this is unacceptable.
Yeah. Right now, it's just pretty much just silk cloth.
Yep.
So we'll just... I don't think there's anything that gives silk like a poof by itself.
Nope.
So if we want it to flare outwards like a flower, then we probably need to add something like that internal springs option that we saw in the physics modifier.
Okay, so let me go to that. Maybe a bit more stiffness.
Stiffness would affect it universally. It would affect the whole thing. What we want is we want to manually curve the skirt outward.
Internal springs.
And then well, I guess we could just play around with the numbers and see what happens.
Okay, that's right. It's at 0 right now. I'm seeing what it looks like at 5. Not really much of a difference, right?
All right, then try doing a more drastic change, like setting it to 50 or something, or 500.
You know, gave it a little. Yeah, 500 it is. What am I doing?
Like getting Type 500. Almost no change.
Tension?
I guess if we mess around with the numbers too much, then we could just scroll up to the top and hit silk again.
Mm-hmm. Like, if it just stopped at, like, those first few frames.
$50,000.
No. 5,001. No. It's over 9,000. It makes a no darn bit of difference.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, shear and bending. Vertex mass, speed multiplier, right, for the simulation.
I could change this back to the clock presets that it has.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can always pick one of the presets and see how it changes.
That was cotton.
Mm-hmm.
That's
so
denim.
It definitely has more stiffness than silk.
That is denim.
Yeah. A big denim skirt. Is there even such a thing?
There might be. Oh, leather. What is leather doing? It's doing some kind of Marilyn Monroe kind of tribute here.
Yeah, kinda. I guess it just doesn't fold that well when it's when it's all bunched up in the middle.
Rubber. Almost. Not quite. Cotton and silk are pretty neck and neck, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like, if rubber and silk could be kind of a combination, minus that little fanning at the end.
Yeah. You might be able to record the numbers for rubber and the numbers for silk, and then just use the numbers between them.
Yeah, true. I do like the poofiness, but yeah, she's standing under an air vent for sure.
Permanently.
Yeah. Let's see. Tension's 80. Let's see what that does with less tension. Less compression, less shear. More bending! No! Less bending. Too much bend.
So higher tension causes it to stay near its starting shape, I guess.
Look at this. Like some kind of.
Which might be good if you really want the skirt to have that like out and then down and then out again kind of shape as you sketch there.
Mm-hmm.
You could just set it in that shape instead of high tension. It wouldn't be very cloth-like though. It'd be basically like like wearing a giant cheap frisbee.
Let me work with silk again and definitely up that tension.
Mm-hmm. There's probably another number that's factoring into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the tension alone doesn't look like it's going to do the trick. That's what I was saying. Like, record the numbers of somewhere between rubber and silk,
Mm-hmm.
and then set all the numbers to in between them.
Oh, there we go.
Hmm. A shear of 10,000.
Sheer 10,000. But it does make a difference. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a cloth that does not shear at all.
Like maybe it has a silk top to it, and the rest is all like cotton underneath or something.
Mm-hmm.
Frills or whatnot. You know.
So yeah, shearing stiffness means that when she turns, then if I'm understanding it properly, then when she like turns, the the top of the skirt and the bottom of the skirt are going to turn at the same rate.
Hmm. That could be problematic. We will have to test this during animation and
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
the top part, I'm seeing it, look.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that too because it's tilted. So it kind of settles into a lampshade shape.
Mm-hmm. But it kind of has to be a
So, yeah,
little
oh,
tilted.
right. I remember now. Tension is how much the cloth will stretch. And since we've never seen it stretch, that's why tension doesn't seem to do anything.
Mm.
And then compression is the opposite, how easy it is to crunch up. So setting them high makes it a silk that doesn't stretch and doesn't compress at all. It's basically, I want to say like hardened silk.
Yeah. Like silk with a very
And then
thick
shears.
cottony layer
Yeah.
underneath.
And then yeah, so setting all of these numbers high makes the skirt less and less cloth-like, or makes the cloth less and less cloth-like.
Mm-hmm. What about dampening?
Damping, let's see, stiffness or damping. So damping, like with the high numbers up top, I don't think damping will do much at all. Damping might be affected if the numbers up top are lower, but I'm guessing damping is I want to say damping does something similar
Oh
to
my
stiffness.
gosh.
It's just that rather than. Whoa, we've entered Gmod territory.
Nice.
How to Gary's mod your clothes.
Yep. I really want to play more Prop Hunt, by the way. Oh.
Is that a Gary's mod game?
Yep. So you basically there's a person who hunts and then the person who hides, and the person who hides can disguise themselves as various props in the map.
There was this game I've been meaning to try. It's a free game called Ninjala,
Mm-hmm.
and you basically it's. I want to say it's got a little bit of that Ninja Gaiden versus mode appeal in that you can either disguise yourself and like assassinate opponents as they go by, or you could straight up run in and fight them. But when you disguise yourself, you basically disguise yourself as any object nearby, and there's a lot of background objects to disguise yourself as. So it's like it's very easy for an opponent because it's such a fast-paced game. It's very easy for an opponent to overlook you, even if you turned yourself into a disguise right in front of them, because they were looking at another opponent.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get the jump on someone, you've basically won the fight right there. But if they know you're coming and you're fighting them, then it's pretty much a gamble. So you really want to try and get the jump on your opponents whenever you can. So let's see. There was a collisions option in the modifier there. We could probably try and set body collisions.
Mm-hmm.
Both self collisions and body collisions in the modifiers tab, I want to say.
Modifiers tab. Okay. 1 second here.
The wrench.
Collision.
Aha. What does it say for there? So in the collisions. Oh, is it under cloth? Yeah, I guess it might be under cloth somewhere. Or underneath the cloth box. Scroll down by oh no, that canceled the cloth modifier.
Oh no.
Go back into the physics tab.
There we go.
Okay, there we go. Yeah,
Not
so
all
go to
looks...
go to the physics tab, scroll down to collision, use the middle mouse and drag. Middle mouse, drag up, down, yeah, like that. So just drag down to the bottom, or scroll down to the bottom, and you'll get to the cloth options, or collision options, that is, yeah. Collision field absorption, particle permeability, stickiness, soft body and cloth, damping thickness, inner friction. Should be something where you could select. Should be something where you could select a body to collide against. Maybe that collapsed area there that says collisions. Collapsed menu that says collisions. Collisions quality, we could probably increase the... Oh, we have object collisions on. Okay. And collision... Oh, what does it say there? Collision coil? Collision collection. Okay, yeah. Set body and body all stitched together. Yeah. All right, now run the simulation.
Yep. I see some hip.
Yeah. It still collides a little bit, but I think with more subdivisions, it would look better.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's turn the subdivisions up.
Okay.
Let's go for 5,000 triangles. I figure we could probably turn down the, or we could probably collapse subdivide or collapse unsubdivide later. All right, there we go. A lot more layers. We got a lot more layers. Let's see if we could run the simulation again.
Oh no.
So, do we have any body clipping?
Oh crud, my computer's like, I can't process this.
Is the fan turning on?
Uh, well, computer's warm, but the fan is underneath is always on.
Oh, okay.
Oh
Oh,
no,
table skirt again.
table skirt.
We forgot to remove the. We forgot to remove the inner vertices from the pinned collection.
Okay, that is way too much subdividing.
All right. Collapse. We'll use a collapse modifier.
Mm-hmm. So, let's see. It was.
Oh wait, if you undid the subdivisions, then those vertices should be out of the group already.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
No table skirt, please.
Fashion thing to look like you're wearing a table around your hips.
I mean, I guess if
Table.
starch collars were a thing, why not table skirts?
Images. Oh. When I search up table skirts, it shows skirts for tables.
Not exactly what you were looking for, but, you know, expected.
What if I look up woman wearing a table? Would that work? No.
I feel like that could get so many weird results.
I bet I bet if you typed it in that DALL-E Mini, then you'd get the results.
Mm-hmm.
Woman wearing a table for a skirt.
It's the internet, it exists.
They had to rename that thing, didn't they?
What?
Due to some kind of copyright infringement.
What?
The DALL-E Mini image generator.
I don't know. I've never heard of it.
Oh, it was trending for a little while. You type in like a really specific description, and it tries to draw the thing for you.
Oh.
It'll give you 9 images that look something like what you're looking for.
Okay. Oh, that was the AI art generator thing.
Yeah.
People were posting weird stuff like random AI images, and it was stuff like Freddie Mercury eating ramen in a washer machine. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it wanted really specific descriptions for you to type in.
Having a good time, but not in the way you think.
Suddenly, it just goes everywhere. Self-collision. This reminds me of like this. There's this math video out there about turning a sphere inside out, without cutting it open, and without creating a pinch or a crease in it. And the way that they did it was something like one crucial part of this puzzle is that the material that the sphere is made of can intersect with itself.
Mm-hmm.
So what they did was they basically twist the two halves of the sphere one way and the other, and then so what that does is it gets you almost to where the sphere is inside out, but then they push the two halves across each other
Oh, we're
and
supposed to
twist it.
hit by 2 points at the same time, but oh, okay, sort of. Never mind.
Yeah, it's like if you just push the two halves through each other, then you'll end up creating a crease in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So to prevent that crease from forming, you corrugate the middle and then twist the two halves in opposite directions so that where the crease would form, it instead twists past each other.
Oh,
Suddenly, skirt everywhere. Hmm, that's a strange reaction. Seems to re-level itself out.
almost.
Hmm.
Not quite.
Yeah.
What does one look like?
And the back still looks really, really corrugated.
Yeah.
It's not silk-like at all.
No.
And at the level of detail we have, it looks like almost like a skirt made out of bricks.
Mm-hmm.
A skirt made out of roofing. Squeaky kitten?
Like clay tiles,
Yeah.
clay shingles. That
But
is.
we have just about the right. We have just about the right amount of up-down divisions. Actually, let's try a loop cut. Let's try doing loop cuts to add more subdivisions, to add more ring subdivisions. So let's go into edit mode
Okay.
and type in loop cut. Yeah, loop cut and slide. Then it should give you a preview as you hover your mouse over where you want to loop cut.
Oh.
Yeah, like that. And we can add a bunch of loop cuts that way.
Ooh. For one, there. No table skirts,
Yeah,
please.
you can.
How do I add more?
And you can scroll the mouse wheel up and down to set the number of loop cuts.
Oh no, I think I messed up.
There's a menu. There's a menu in the bottom left
Okay.
that you can adjust with.
Maybe I shouldn't go too nuts here. I don't want my computer to crash.
Mm-hmm. Make sure to remove the. Go into vertex groups and select the top skirt. Make sure that the vertices you don't want in there are not selected.
Mm-hmm.
So top skirt thingy select.
Ooh. So it was
Move. So the ones that are selected will be removed from the group.
mm-hmm. Oh. Perfect. Oh, did I mess up?
I don't know. Go into the if you go into the physics tab, what does it say there?
Hmm.
So we have the collision collection set. We didn't remove the cloth modifier, did we? I don't think we removed the cloth modifier.
Mm-mm.
Do we need to set it to silk again?
Yeah, we can try that. Nope, it is not doing it.
Alright. Go into edit mode. So I know we've set the vertex group we want correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we set that correctly. In the physics tab, let's see, force field and cloth and collision are set.
Sorry.
Oh, we've gone over time.
Uh, worst case scenario.
We'll have to figure this out later.
Mm-hmm. Worst case scenario, I start from scratch.
Yeah, yeah.
This
And
one's
we could
being
probably start with just a really. We could start with a really low detail triangle, so that when we subdivide it to the level
Oh,
of detail
now
we want,
you
we
want to work.
get. Oh, maybe it just needed some time to calculate.
It
Oh, but now we
needed
got
some
entire
attitude
tops of the legs sticking through the
adjustments.
skirts. So it just needed some time to think about it.
It needed a timeout. But now it's not. Hold
I wonder if. We might have to get. Like, I wonder if we're maybe not tapping your graphics card fully.
on.
Because I think your computer should be able to handle more intense graphics than mine.
Mm-hmm.
And I know for sure that the latest Raspberry Pi with Ubuntu and Wayland and all that can handle some pretty heavy graphics. Like it can run Quake 3 at 100 frames a second.
Mm-hmm.
So this something like this should be nothing.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Anyway, thank you.
I guess we'll
Everyone.
figure it out next time.
Mm-hmm. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you Cumulative for joining me on this learning experience and whatnot. And I don't know. And I hope to do more of these. So thank y'all. Be sure to check Cumulative's Patreon, which I should have linked that in the actual.
Oh.
Ah.
We'll do it next time.
Yeah, next time. Pre-blurbing.
Yay.
Alright, thank you, and bye.
Thank you.